Hi, hello, aloha everyone. Shani from Seascape Getaways back again. How is everyone today? I hope wonderful. If you're planning your first cruise or you've been thinking about it but you don't know where to start, this video is your beginner's guide to cruising. I'm going to break down everything first timers need to know so you feel confident, prepared, and excited for your vacation. First up, choosing the right cruise line. Not all cruise lines feel the same. Some are high energy, some are chill, and some are perfect for families, and some are just amazing for couples. Royal Caribbean, they have big ships, big entertainment. They're great for families. They're over the top thrills, right? Carnival, they're fun, they're casual, they're budget friendly. MSC, they're modern, stylish, European vibe. I love I love all these cruise lines. Norwegian, freestyle dining, flexible schedules, do it your way, right? Celebrity, they're more upscale, they're relaxed, and they're great for adults. Your cruise line sets the tone of your vacation. So choose based on the vibe you want, not just the price that you want. If you want a deeper breakdown, comment differences in the comments and I'll send you a better breakdown. Picking the best itinerary. So your itinerary determines how much you explore, how much you spend, and how much you relax. So Eastern Caribbean, it's easy, it's beachy, it's beginner friendly. Those are great cruises for first timers to go on. They're very user friendly, I like to say, right? Western Caribbean has a little more adventure, more culture. The food is good and cheaper. The food is good. Caribbean food is Caribbean food, right? There's Eastern Caribbean, Western Caribbean. It's all good food, but the Western Caribbean is kind of known more for its food than the other ones. Southern Caribbean, stunning water, more port days, and the trips are longer. So think about how you want to spend your days. Do you want to do beach? Are you real beachy? Are you more of an adventure seeker? Do you like to check out local culture, you think? Or do you just want to chill and relax? Choosing your cabin, right? Cabins matter more than people think, especially for first timers. So interior, they are the cheapest. They're great for budget travelers. But remember, interior has no windows, so you're going to be in a room. It's a small room. There's not a lot of space, so it's not the greatest choice for if you have multiple people, right? They are good for a budget. Shorter and I would say shorter itineraries. I can cruise interior. I don't know if I did start in interior. The first room I got was an interior because it was in my price range. And then I moved up to an ocean view. And then I moved up to a balcony. So, ocean view. They're a little bit bigger than an interior. They have natural light because you do either get a porthole window or a regular picture window, right? So you get your natural light. You know what time it is outside and stuff. That is helpful because in an interior cabin, when you turn the lights off, it's pitch black. There's no outside light sources at all. So an ocean view is more than interior, right? It does give you that sense of and being able to see the ocean because I mean, it depends again on how much time you're going to spend. Balcony. Balconies are the best for the first time cruisers because you get your private views, you have quiet mornings, you don't have to fight the crowds to go see the ocean, right? You get to sit on your own private balcony. I love a balcony. Suites. They're more expensive than a balcony, obviously. They're bigger. They have more space. There's some perks involved. You get priority boarding. There's certain priorities you get with suites. So there you can consider that as well. It depends on what kind of traveler are you. Do you like the luxury or are you cool with like maybe not but I guess budget would be interior, right? But like mainstream normal would be like a balcony, right? You want a little bit of luxury, but not you don't want to go like all the way luxury. Balconies are a sweet spot for most beginners. They're comfort, and but you're not, without overspending. If you want cabin comparisons, um, let me know, and I can give you better comparisons. This is just an overview of everything you need to know. What do you expect? What to expect on embarkation day? It's exciting, but it can feel overwhelming if you don't know what to expect. So, we're going to arrive early to our port, right? You're going to drop your bags with the porters. They take your bags, your suitcases, and they bring them on for you. You probably won't see them until after 2:30, 3 o'clock, right? You're going to go through security and check in. Once you check in, they'll give you your ship card, or it depends on the cruise line, and you're going to board the ship. And there, it's gonna feel very. Oh, you're gonna be. Oh, first off, the ship you walk in, and it's gonna be. I mean, so much to see, right? Um, don't get freaked out if there's a lot of people, because embarkation day is the busiest time on a cruise ship. It's the most congested because you can't get into your room right away. Just so you know, you can't get into your room until like 1:32, sometimes 2 o'clock, sometimes 1 o'clock. They'll announce it over the speaker. So with everybody not being able to get into their room, it's more congested outside in all the public areas. After the first night, after the first day, it'll be better. I'm not saying that it won't be crowded at all, but it will be a little less crowded, right? So you can explore, eat, relax. Um, your vacation does start the moment you step on board. Don't rush, don't stress out. Um, if you want, I can get more into embarkation day. Just reach out to me and I'd be happy to help you with that. How money works on a cruise, right? Cruises feel all inclusive, but there are still things you'll pay for, right? So gratuities, you can prepay the gratuities. Gratuities is a daily charge that they charge you. It's like tipping your steward, your room cleaner, your housekeeping staff every day, and it hits your account every single day. If you prepay it, it is cheaper and it'll be prepaid and you won't have that added, right? Drinks. They include water, coffee, tea, juices, right? Those are free. They don't cost anything. If you get an alcoholic drink, if you buy a soda, if you buy a Red Bull, if you buy specialty coffee, those are all not included. So those are good. You're going to be charged for. If you go to a specialty dining restaurant, okay, I'm not talking about the main dining room. That is included. The buffets are included, right? A lot of the little like taco places or hamburger joints, the little casual dining restaurants, a lot of those are also included. Not on every ship. They're not included on every ship, but again, it depends on the ship, right? But specialty dining restaurants, like if you're going to go to the steakhouse, if you're going to go to the Italian restaurant, if you're going to go to like there's some places have French restaurants or teppanyaki tables or the sushi, none of that is included. Okay, that is going to cost you extra. I personally only go to specialty dining if I'm on a brand new cruise line sometimes, or if I'm celebrating something, like if it's our birthday or anniversary or something, we go to specialty dining. Or if I get a good, because you can buy a package, a dining package, right? You can buy a drinks package, which saves you money. Do you buy that before you get on the ship, right? Usually it saves you money if you prepay it. Um, Sometimes if there's a really good deal on the specialty dining, I'll buy the package. Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi does not is not included except on Virgin Voyages. It does cost you extra, and if you don't have Wi-Fi, um, you can't make any phone calls or anything. And put your phone on airplane mode. That's a big mistake that first time cruisers make. If you don't put it on airplane mode and you try to use your phone normal, even if you're getting service, you're going to get a humongous bill, right? You will be able to use your phone and connect to Wi-Fi in ports. So if you have a port heavy cruise, like if you're on Southern Caribbean and you have like 5 or 6 ports on a 7 or 8 day cruise, you may not want the Wi-Fi package. You might be able to just use the Wi-Fi on shore and not use it when you're on the ship. That's a decision you would make. Excursions cost extra. There are ways you can do stuff when you get off the ship, but shore excursions do cost extra. There are things that you could do off the ship that don't cost anything or are lower cost than what the ship charges for, but I just want you to know they are not included. Photos. Everybody loves the photos. I do love the photos. A lot of times they take good pictures. They're all, depending on the cruise line, they're all over the place, right? They have a little photo thing set up. You give them your room number. You go to the photo section. You see all the photos they took. They are pricey. So just take that in consideration. You can take as many as you want for free, which is what I end up doing. I end up taking a lot and maybe buying one because I'm not very photogenic. I'm not trying to be a negative Nancy, but I'm not. Um, it takes like 30 pictures for me to find one that I like. The spa costs extra. I'm not saying it's not worth it because I love a massage and I do get massages, but they do cost extra. Not only do they cost extra, but they try to upsell you. So watch out for that if you do go to the spa. Onboard shopping, okay? None of that is included. Onboard shopping, you have to pay for everything. Also, the way the money works is that you get your cruise card, or it could be a bracelet with a little medallion in it, or like just a bracelet, whatever it is, whatever way that the cruise line that you're on does it. That is how you pay for things. You tap your card, you insert your card, you give them your room number for your drinks, they charge it to your room, okay? Your credit card is attached to that card. So that card is like your credit card, and that's what you use. You cannot use cash to buy stuff. You can't use your credit card. You have to put everything on your CPass card. Okay. You can tip in cash. You could tip your bartender. If you like your bartender, you can tip your um, server, your waiter, your room steward. That it can be done in cash, but anything that you purchase on the ship is going to be on that card. Um, Even sometimes on the casino, you can't use cash. Some casinos don't let you use cash. You have to put it on the card. So just remember that or think about that when you're planning. Excursions versus do it yourself. Here's a little bit, right? First timers, they always ask, should I book through the cruise line or do it myself? So, cruise line excursions, they're easy and they're guaranteed return to ship, right? So if you're nervous and if you haven't done this before, absolutely do a cruise line excursion. I have done cruise line excursions, right? You can do it yourself. They're cheaper, more flexible. You can also use a third party cruise excursion group. There's cruise excursioners, Viator. I use them. They are probably like $100, $50 to $100 less um, per person, right? Or per excursion. It's the same tours, but better pricing, right? They also guarantee return to ship. Choose based on your comfort level, right? So beginners often feel safer booking through the cruise line, and that's okay. It's okay to book through the cruise line. Um, that's completely fine. If that's what makes you feel comfortable, do it. I'm not saying that it's horrible. It's fine. It's lovely. I've had lovely excursions through the cruise line. I'm just a little bit, what do you call it? Cheap. I'm sure that's not the word I'm looking for, but what to pack. This is like not controversial, but cruise packing is different from land vacations, right? First off, you're definitely going to need your passport, your ID, your medications, sunscreen, comfortable walking shoes because you're going to be walking around like crazy, right? You're going to need swimsuits. I bring more than one because they don't dry very quickly in the humidity. So if you're going to swim every day, you're going to need more than one outfit. A couple outfits for the evening, especially for those photos. Um, we always pack a portable fan. Actually, it's in here right now. It's rechargeable just once in a while, especially if you're interior. Sometimes those rooms get a little stuffy. Not that the air conditioners aren't working, but that does help move the air around. Magnetic hooks. When you're in a room, there's not a lot of space. So magnetic hooks, the whole every wall in your cabin. It's not a room, it's your cabin. In your cabin is metal, so you can put magnets on the heavy duty magnets. You can hang stuff on it. It helps immensely with space saving. A lanyard for your cruise card. You can do a lanyard, or or buy one there if you want, or you can keep your lanyard in your pocket, or some people leave them on the back of their phones if you have one of those little phone card holders. So there's that too. Um, a small first aid kit and basic first aid kit stuff like Band-Aids, Tylenol, motion sickness medicine, stomach for upset stomach medicine, anything that but not a massive amount of anything. But I do have a packing list for you if you want. Comment packing list down below, and I'll send you over the link for the packing list. Okay, and so and the reason and don't freak out if you forget something, right? If you forget your Tylenol or you forget your motion medication or you didn't bring Band-Aids and you get a cut, you can buy this stuff. You can get this stuff, but it's just going to be more expensive. So it is cost effective to pack your own, little first aid kit. Plus, it'll be convenient. So if you cut your finger, you're going to have your Band-Aid. You're not going to have to go down to the shop and buy it if the shop is open, because they're not open during port times, and there's certain times they close in the evenings. So it's just nice to have them. Instead of I do that instead of paying for extra, right? Also, mistakes to avoid. These are mistakes I see people making all the time, right? Not checking in early. If you don't check in early, like right around the time that they open for check-in, you're going to get a crappy check-in time, right? Not downloading the cruise app. There's so much information on the cruise app. You should definitely download it before you get on the ship. You get a lot of information. You can make your dinner reservations. You can make show reservations. You can pay for your Wi-Fi. You can prepay for your um, drinks package or your dining packages or anything like that. You can do on the cruise app 99% of the time, depending on the cruise line, right? Margaritaville doesn't have an app, so that you would do on the website. Overpacking. Just be aware, you're on a Caribbean cruise, right? You're going to be at the pool 90% of the time. Everybody wants to pack all their cute outfits, but honestly, after the first few days, you will still wear a cute outfit here and there, but pack some comfortable clothes as well. Don't book when you do book excursions. Try to stay away from the midday excursions because it gets hot, it gets muggy, right? They're more crowded. Try to do early morning excursions. Plus, when you get back, you'll have more time to just check out the little port area. Not budgeting for gratuities. People forget about the gratuities and they think then they hit and they're like, oh my God, there's like $300 more that I gotta pay. Just remember, there is going to be gratuities. Arriving late to the port. The ship will not wait for you. They will not wait for you. So don't be late back to the port. Any of the ports, your embarkation or any of the ports you stop at, they will not wait. Okay. If you are on a cruise ship excursion and something major happens, like there's an accident and they're going to be a half hour late or 20 minutes late or something, they will communicate with the cruise line and they will wait. But if you're on your own, there's no way to have them hold the ship, right? So you don't know what's going to happen. So don't arrive late. I usually aim about an hour before the ship has to leave. Even if I'm not on the ship, if I'm right in that area, right? I try to be right back in the port area about an hour before last call. Not exploring the ship on day one. If you don't take time to walk around and find out where everything is on day one, you're going to find yourself lost a lot, right? You might not remember everything, but you can be like, oh, I saw that. I think that's on, I remember going to there when you're going somewhere, right? And don't forget, there's free entertainment on the shows. There's free live music in a lot of the bars. There's live entertainment. There's some places that have Broadway musicals. There's a lot of stuff to take advantage of on the cruise. So, if you're planning your first cruise and you want help choosing the right ship, the right itinerary or cabin, just reach out. I'd love to help you plan something amazing that fits your budget and your travel style. And again, I hope you found this educational. I hope you learned something. Maybe I told you something you weren't aware of. Please like and subscribe for me. It only takes a minute and it really helps a girl out. Um, and I will see you soon for my next um, YouTube video. We just try to keep uploading stuff. I think I'm going to do like a whole deep dive on Norwegian Cruise Line. I think that's coming next. Again, leave any comments if you have any questions. I'll be happy to answer. I'll be happy to help you plan anything. Just comment down below. Thank you so much and have a great day.